Most people think they're bad with money. They carry guilt, shame, or anxiety over what they haven't done yet. No six-figure savings, no investments, no house, maybe even some debt they're still climbing out of. But what if I told you that you're actually doing better than you think, that underneath the stress and comparison is a person who's already making solid financial moves, maybe even millionaire-level decisions, without realizing it? Because the truth is, we're so busy chasing the next level of wealth that we rarely stop to acknowledge the good habits we've already developed. So today, we're flipping the script. I'm going to walk you through 10 signs that you're better with money than you give yourself credit for, and you might be surprised just how far ahead you really are. Sign number 1, you think before you spend. This might sound basic, but it's actually powerful. If you pause before making purchases, if you ask yourself, do I really need this? Or is there a better way to use this money? You're already winning. The ability to pause, reflect, and resist impulse is one of the key habits of financially secure people. It shows self-control, long-term thinking, and awareness, the foundation of wealth building. You don't need a six-figure investment account to be good with money. If you've built this simple reflex of intentional spending, you're ahead of most. Number 2, you've created some kind of budget, even if it's not perfect. Maybe you don't use spreadsheets or apps. Maybe your budget is just a mental checklist or a note on your phone. Doesn't matter. If you're keeping track of what's coming in and what's going out even loosely, you've already taken the first step toward financial control. Most people avoid budgeting because they think it's restrictive, but you understand it's a form of freedom. You're telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. That's a win. Third sign, you save consistently, even if it's a small amount. A lot of people downplay their savings efforts. I'm only putting away $20 a week. That's nothing, they'll say. But here's the truth. Consistency beats size every time. If you're saving regularly, even small amounts, you've already built one of the hardest habits. The muscle is there, and with time, income growth, and compound interest, those small deposits become serious money. Don't underestimate this. Saving anything at all in a world that encourages constant consumption is a sin. You're playing the long game. Sign number 4. You've questioned debt and maybe even started paying it off. If you've ever looked at your credit card balance, student loans, or car payment and thought, I need to fix this, that awareness alone sets you apart. You're not burying your head in the sand, you're facing it. You've probably made some extra payments, cut back in other areas, or tried debt payoff strategies like Snowball or Avalanche. That initiative is huge. You don't need to be debt-free to be good with money. You just need to care enough to take action. And clearly you do. Number 5, you say no even when it's uncomfortable, whether it's skipping a night out, turning down a pricey vacation, or resisting peer pressure to spend like everyone else. If you've ever said no in the name of your financial goals, you're practicing a skill most people struggle with. It's not easy to go against the grain, especially when social media makes it look like everyone is living their best, most expensive life. But when you choose financial stability over fitting in, that's a sign of maturity, of clarity, of courage. That no is a powerful yes to your future. 6th sign, you invest, or you've started learning about it. Maybe you've opened a Roth IRA. Maybe you've dipped into index funds. Maybe you're still watching videos, reading books, or asking questions. Wherever you are on the investing journey, just being engaged puts you in rare company. Most people never invest because they think it's too complicated or they feel too behind. But if you're curious, if you're researching, if you've made your first move, you're already ahead of the curve. Investing is how money grows. If you're in the game even just a little, you're on the right track. Sign number 7, you think long-term. If you've ever thought about retirement, financial independence, or your 5-year financial goals, congratulations, you're in rare air. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, focused only on today. But if you're thinking about where you want to be in 10 years, what kind of legacy you want to leave, or how to create passive income, you've elevated your mindset. Thinking long, term is what separates the wealthy from the worried. It allows you to build with intention instead of drifting. And if you're thinking that way now, you're already wealth-minded. Number 8, you value experiences over stuff. If you've found yourself spending less on things and more on memories, you've cracked a secret that even high earners miss. Experiences bring more lasting joy than objects, and they usually cost less in the long run. You're not caught up in chasing trends, brands, or material flexes. You're focused on living, learning, connecting. That's emotional intelligence at work, and guess what? People with high emotional intelligence often manage money better because they're not trying to fill emotional gaps with purchases. If this is you, give yourself credit. 9th sign, you've made at least one tough financial decision and learned from it. Maybe you sold a car you loved to get out of debt. Maybe you broke a lease, downsized, or walked away from a toxic but high-paying job. Maybe you hit rock bottom and rebuilt. Whatever your journey, the ability to make hard money choices and grow from them is a sign of strength. Life throws curveballs. Good money management isn't about avoiding them. It's about responding with clarity. If you've been through some financial storms and come out wiser, you're already ahead. And finally, number 10, you care. That's it. The fact that you're watching this video, trying to improve, asking questions, seeking answers, that alone sets you apart. Most people never think about financial literacy. They never take ownership. But you're here and you're learning. You're not perfect. None of us are, but you're aware, and that's the beginning of everything. Every financial success story starts with someone who cared enough to try. So let's zoom out for a second. Maybe you don't have a big investment portfolio yet. Maybe you're still working on your credit score or paying off debt. But if even a few of these signs describe you, you're better with money than you think. You're not behind, you're on a path, a smart, intentional path that most people never choose. And the best part, these signs are compounding. Every good habit you've built, even the small ones, is planting seeds for financial freedom. You're not just surviving, you're building something powerful. So give yourself some credit, acknowledge the progress, then double down. Keep learning, keep refining, keep moving forward. Because if you're doing this well already, imagine what happens when you start stacking momentum. Imagine where you'll be in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. It's not just possible, it's inevitable if you stay consistent. Here's your next step. In the comments, tell me how many of these 10 signs describe you right now. Be honest, no shame, no judgment. And if you're only at 1 or 2, that's still a win, because now you know where to grow. If this video gave you a confidence boost, hit that like button so I know it resonated with you. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got more real talk videos coming to help you build wealth, shift your mindset, and take back control of your finances. You're not as far behind as you think. You're more capable, more prepared, and more financially smart than you've been told. Keep showing up. Your future self will thank you.